What's up, y'all? It's your girl Amanda, and we are back with another episode of Mandy's Entertainment Reviews. So, for this episode, we are doing something a little bit different. So, this is for The Shy Season 7. So, how this is going to be done is this review that I'm releasing on this episode, it will be my predictions of what's going to happen this season, the assumptions. I call them assumptions or predictions, whichever you want to call them. They are stemming from the first episode as well as the trailer that I saw. So if there are new characters along the way or characters if I forgot, once I release the second part, which is what really happens with the characters, I will definitely add on the characters, my predictions, as well as the conclusions. So as we all know, The Shy is released on Showtime or Paramount plus the Showtime package. The new season was actually released this month, May 2025. Now, my first episode thoughts is that it was very tense, very emotional, but it's also opening to let us know that it's going to be a lot of chaos unraveling this season, mainly from Alicia, because if you guys remember from the season finale about last year or so, Rob was killed. Rob was Alicia's son. He was killed, portrayed by Iman Shumpert, by the way. He was killed and he was dumped on her porch. So, of course, if something happens to a loved one close to you, what do? You fight and you get, ready for the reckoning. So, we're gonna start with the characters. Again, I'm gonna do the characters and the prediction. And then in the second episode attached to this episode, which is probably like in a couple months or so, that's when I'll do the conclusions. So for Tiff, that's my first character I have written down. What I think is going to happen with Tiff is that she's going to go into deep depression. She might harm herself, or it might go another route that she might help Alicia seek revenge on who killed Rob, because Tiff was Rob's girlfriend. Also, I saw in the preview that it was revealed that Tiff was pregnant, so she's probably going to have to deal with that alone. For Emmett, my prediction is that he's going to have to help take care of EJ, who is his son by Tiff, full time. He gets close to Nuck. Probably some drama will unfold between them, and also whatever drama that him and Nuck will, get mixed up in, it will come back to him 10 times more, and not in a good way. Keisha is going to have her baby. Because the baby is born, Keisha and Emmett might have some relationship issues, but in the end, Keisha will stick with him. For Trig, or Vic, sorry, his girlfriend Fatima will leave Chicago. Vic will end up focusing on political stuff, maybe sharpening his public image, but on the other side, there might be a battle of a demon, drugs or alcohol. Fatima will leave Chicago and she'll develop some sort of like anger towards Vic to a point where she won't come back. And I think that her storyline will be similar to Imani, who is Vic's former partner. And yeah, so there'll probably be some like anger or I'm never coming back, blah blah blah. Alicia, basically what I think is going to happen is Alicia is going to raise hell, all types of hell, just to find out who killed her son. And I am also assuming that a couple main characters will be killed off. Jake, as we all know, has a clothing business, and his clothing business just might fall, so he'll have to get into the streets. Jada, her and Darnell will still be married, but Jada will be thrown more into the line of her being the more supportive friend to Alicia, and she'll also be like that supportive friend to her friend group. And so I don't see her having a big storyline, but at the same time, because I saw the trailer after I watched the first episode, there was a scene where she looked a little bit exhausted, So there may or may not be a health issue that would be covered. Um, it might seem like her cancer will come back, or maybe she's, just tired. We're not sure, so we'll have to see about that. For Papa, who is the friend of Jake and Kevin and all them, and I'm not doing Kevin because obviously he left the series, but Papa, he's going to be more into the modern church. Um, he will probably take over the modern church, which is my prediction. But he'll also be split between selling his father's church, because we all know his father was murdered in a previous season. Shad will be Alicia's boyfriend, but also he'll support anything she does and will probably have like some sort of role in getting revenge on who killed Rob. Tracy, I think most of her season storyline, she'll be grieving Duda, and she'll probably take it out in unhealthy ways, like probably having an issue with drugs or alcohol, or maybe she'll like find another bad influence man. Who knows? Rosalind, along with Alicia, she'll probably be leaving her own hell and probably will murder a couple people herself. Cause she always seemed like that. So, let's see. Dom, who is played by Lala. What I think will happen is she wants to, continue a relationship with Jamal, but she doesn't want kids because that's what was said in the trailer. So what will happen is probably Dom and Jamal will have some like relationship issues. They probably will like fall out for a minute and probably get back together. Maisha, she will go to LA to visit Kevin, and she might not return to Chicago and give up music to Kevin for the time. Darnell will continue to be there for his wife Jada, who might have again a health issue, and he'll also be there to give his son the typical goofy advice he's been given for like the longest time. Bakari. Oh, I'm sorry, Brittany. Brittany, I don't think we'll see a lot of Brittany this season, and it's because Bakari will be like protecting her whereabouts or protecting her, and because obviously Brittany is kind of out doing damage, so Bakari's gonna not be in denial about what's going on with her, but also just protect her. Charles, played by Rotimi. I have a generalized assumption about him is that he'll cause some sort of damage to the church. Bianca, who is played by Jill Marie Jones, in the first episode she did say like, I want to get out of Chicago. So she will escape Chicago, but her lounge that she owned that she was trying to give to Alicia, it may be connected to some crimes with Buddha, and she'll escape really shortly, but then she'll have to kind of come back and like confront everything about it. Damon, we might see Damon. Damon is Emmett's younger half brother. Damon will have a split storyline. So he'll be like that normal innocent guy to Emmett and his dad, but on the other side, we might be Emmett probably get into some street stuff and hard stuff. We'll never know. So we just gotta see. Let's see. Nuck will be a father to Keisha's baby, but he will definitely be running the streets completely different than how Duda used to do it. It'll probably be more like, I don't know if proactive would be the right word to say it, but yeah, probably. And some secrets may be released on his behalf. So yeah. Let's see. Jamal wants to settle down, but Dom doesn't want kids, so they'll probably fall out and he'll have to reconsider everything. He'll probably go find someone else, or him and Dom might get back together. Pastor Zeke, he may hesitantly team up with Charles to destroy the church community, and it may not be intentional, I should say. Judge Bradley, she may have some influence on Bakari's life, like as in changing his life around, along with Professor Gardner, who is her husband. Lene, she will worry so much about Bakari, even though they split up or whatever, to a point where she puts herself in danger. So, for example, she could probably pop up somewhere that Bakari is, and she's really not supposed to be there. Marcus, who is Gemma's dad, he may marry Tiara, and also they might get pregnant, or they also might get engaged and they might fall out. We'll never know unless we watch the season. For Gemma will probably explore her sexuality more, and also show cause of this between her and Jake, even though they agreed to like a open relationship. Bakari, he'll write his book, and he'll also get accustomed to his life with his mentors, Judge Bradley and Alicia and Professor Gardner. And he'll also keep quiet about his life in the street. Professor Gardner, he'll worry and mentor about Bakari. He'll play a big role of him getting out of the street. And lastly, Tiara. I think she may have a secret that she'll marry Marcus St. John. So I understand this is a short episode. I did give the first episode a 5 out of 5. And so once the season wraps up, I'll give my full season thoughts, and I'll also write down the conclusion. As you guys know, what I normally do in the episodes, I put what I liked and what I disliked. So I'm going to do the like and dislike and the full season Mandy stars in the second episode. So thank y'all for listening, and let me know what what predictions you guys have for this season. I can't wait to read them. So I'll talk to y'all later. Peace.